There we go. How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Mo, and today we're getting it played with a little bit more Aeon's End Legacy. So trying to get through this without too much interruption with other games in between, but sometimes it happens. Hopefully I don't lose power. For some odd reason, right before this stream, the entire power went down, came up, went down, and did it a couple times. Then it stopped. So I'm hoping whatever caused that is done. If not, I'm not recording this on my hard drive anymore, so it will be a lost endeavor. I'll have to wait till it comes back up and we'll finish wherever we started. But we're going to go ahead and get started. This is lunchtime stream, so we're going to try to get this done in about an hour, hour and a half. Let's see what we can do. That is not the webcam I want. That is not it either. That one is not it either. There we go. Holy cow. I still don't even think that's the right one. Like, that seems too zoomed out. I got like extra space over here. I don't remember. I don't know which one I was using, but here we go. We are on chapter 4. So, of course, some of the setup has been redone. 2 rules clarifications. I made mistakes in the last playthrough. One is our breach 4s. I didn't realize there's a little icon down here, and it's supposed to be a certain way. So these are fully unfocused, whereas the other ones are partially focused. The second thing is when Beowulf got exhausted, I went ahead and destroyed her breach, got rid of her, Lucita was playing with the dice, got rid of her charges, but that's not supposed to happen, at least not in chapter 3. That was a rule that got added at the end of chapter 3, according to the rule thing, so I wouldn't have known about that yet, I guess. So yeah, I wouldn't have had to do that. Whether that would have made us win, lose, or otherwise, I can't say. Probably still would have lost. So that is that. So here we go. Chapter 4 Introduction. Rumors have spread that other breach mages survived the destruction of Gravehold. To survive, we need their help, and they need ours. We must find them and regroup, Brama explains. Brama and the Mist leave on scouting trip in search of these survivors, placing you in charge of the new Gravehold safety. You're alone at night, listening to the ring of metal from Malastar's forge, when a bloodied Mist staggers back into the camp. As she reaches the edge, she stumbles to the ground. Malastar helps you move her to the cabin, laying her on a cot. Where is Brama? He asks. Mist speaks weakly. We were ambushed by the Nameless, a Nameless, that can enter your mind. The spores encased Brama before we could react. Mist murmurs. Do not blame her. She is a prisoner to that beast. You must free her before she is lost to us forever. Go, Malastar speaks softly. I'll take care of Mist. Go save our general. So, I'm going to open up envelope 4, and this is where this fancy smancy thing. How many wins out of the 3 so far? I think we lost. Did we lose? Have we lost everything? I don't remember. Did we lose the second one? So the first 2 didn't matter if you lost. It was the third one where the losses started making you replay. See, now I'm going to have to go back and watch because I think it does have some bearing on the end of the game. So we did open that. Open that Stop Deck 4. We combined all of the new cards with the basic cards we had. Open Insight 7. Place it in the rulebook. So the rulebook for this is... yeah, so this is where we would have had this. So when exhausted, lose all your charges, destroy the breach, discarding any spells prep to that breach. That's the thing that got added with 4. And then fight the Fungal Mesh, and then we read the front of card 31 if we succeed. If we succeed. Well, we're going to read it anyways. Again, we're going to fail forward. It's just the way it is. Because I can't afford to play this more than once on the channel, unless if I was doing it all in one day and I have more than an hour, maybe. That's how Rob's gaming table, they lose and they just play it again the same stream. So when our scouts first encountered the Fungal Mesh, we were unprepared for what it could do. The aftermath was bloody, and with the mesh having overtaken the minds of several of our scouts, forcing them to turn on each other. After that, it was decided the scouts would keep a safe distance, watching the Fungal Mesh from afar. The Fungal Mesh is more powerful than Brama estimated, and now she has fallen under the spell of the beast. It must be stopped if we are to have any hope of new life on the surface. So no special setup for this one. Starts with 70. I've already got that set up. The Unleash Fungal Mesh gains 1 Nemesis token. So there were some new tokens that came in. Increased difficulty. No, we're not going to do that. Additional rules. At the end of the Nemesis turn, if the Fungal Mesh has 2 or more Nemesis token, it possesses a player. If there are no prep spells, Gravehold suffers 4 damage. If there's at least 1 prep spell, any player casts a prep spell. The damage that spell deals must be dealt to Gravehold or any player instead of a minion or a nemesis. If the spell costs 0 that was cost, it will destroy it. Oh, that's not good. Fungal Mesh loses 2 nemesis tokens. Repeat this until Fungal Mesh has 1 or less nemesis tokens. So basically it's going to get tokens, then it's going to control us, and that's not good. Challenge you to do damage, heal, power up, breaches, and power spells all at the same time. Yeah, but I guess that's the name of the game, right? We do have our little help token, which we're not using. I really do feel like for some reason, maybe I was at zoom mid and I was zoomed up more. I probably was. It's annoying me that I'm not set up the same way. I was probably here, and then I was probably zoomed out more. Do not do this at home, kids. Bye-bye. Nope, that wasn't right. That wasn't right. Oh, and it's shaking now. Oh, well. We're going to go with this. So be it. Normally I bring up my video and I look to see where it is so I can try to keep everything kind of consistent. Yeah. It's the only reason why I like on these kinds of card games, I like playmats, because it does make it a little bit easier to get everything lined up. But the playmats for this, the stuff is kind of like in areas I wouldn't be able to do well here. So someday video will capture the fall that sends you to the hospital. No. All right. So green's going first. So Beowulf gets to go first. So we do that. And then we have, this doesn't do anything yet, so we get these open. So she has 4. I think we need the silences and stuff. Single charge gain 2. If you have 3 or more charges, gain an additional 1. And she's already at 2. So I need that as well. So we'll go ahead and get this gem first. All right. And on to the next one. Nemesis turn. All right. So there's nothing out here to happen. So we will draw a card. Minion. 6. Dominion Spores. Persistent. Any player discards 2 gems, gains a charge, and suffers 2 damage. It's like, yay, you gave me a charge, but, you know, the rest of it's not very good. Hey, Greg, how you doing, man? Love Aeon's End. So I like Astronites, because I played that first. So I'm kind of on the fence of whether I like this more or less than Astronites. But I've been enjoying it so far, so it's not bad, it's not horrible. And you keep standing on the moving chair, getting away with it, and thinking you can keep getting away with it. Isn't that how everything works, right? You get away with it once, you think you just keep getting away with it. All right, so it is Metalad's turn. So we're going to do the same thing we always do, right? We're going to go ahead and put that there. We are going to do 3 to focus. So put that one there. All right. And then draw back to 5. Boop. All right. Beowulf's turn. So, first she's going to, well, we gotta get rid of this thing too. So, 5. 1. Then we have 4 again. I don't know if I should go towards her silence. So what am I going to get next? 1, 2. I'm going to get my new one, right? So it's 2, 3, 4, So it's going to be all gems. I'm going to have a big gem turn. Basically, I wouldn't get my healing spell. I think that's fine. So we're only going to spend 3. I'm going to spend 3, and we're going to go ahead and get our... Oops. Go ahead and get our Soothing Stone. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we just don't get our healing spell. No big deal. All right, so this is either the Nemesis or Metalad. Metalad. All right, so we need to fire this one off first. It takes it down to 4. We fire this one off, which deals 1 damage. We have 4 more. It deals 2 additional, so that's gonna be 3. Almost got rid of it in the first round before the Nemesis goes, but we didn't. Then you got 4. So we will deal with 3 damage. You got 3 or more charges, gain 1. So we need to gain charges though too. So I'm kind of on the boat. Oh, I can gain charges by discarding gems. So I did. No. Let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be my next hand after this. Yeah, let's go ahead and start getting him some attacks. Come to me, cards. Come to me, cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That and Nemesis. All right, so persistent. Any player discards 2 gems, gains a charge, and suffers 2 damage. So we know she's got tons of gems, so I'm not really. I think she'll still have enough to do something. 1, 2, 3, and she gains a charge. So actually, she'll get 1 additional. So she'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. So get rid of 2. That'll get her up to her 3, so then her healing will start to kick off as well. That seems like it was a perfect combo for her. And a Leviathan Egg. Persistent, evolve. So we do not get rid of this at the end of the turn. This is going to outright evolve because it doesn't have the sticker that gets placed to it. We need to do 5 damage on 1 turn, and then before the Nemesis goes, I don't think that's happening because we've only got 2 out here and nothing else prepped. We would have to both go before the Nemesis goes. So that's going to evolve. We're going to go be getting some evolved eggs. Not bacon and eggs, not eggs and bacon. Speaking of meat, I'm hungry right now because I'm hungry. Because we've been eating good with our brisket. But we eat yogurt for breakfast. So, all right, so we're going to fire off the 1. Get rid of that guy. And then, let's see here. We got a slammer. We'll go ahead and do that there. And we're doing the same thing, right? Spend the 3 to focus. To attach that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Oh, because this was already in my discard pile. I was like, why is my count off? I couldn't figure out why my count was off. All right. Ooh, get to go again. I was thinking we wouldn't be able to, but now unfortunately I've spent most of what I have. But I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to him. She gets to go. We are going to luck out if she gets to go first. We're going to luck out. All right, let's go and do that. If I need 3 or more charges, let's go ahead and get my charges set up. So I'm going to use all 4. Once during your turn, during your May phase, you may discard a card in hand if you do. Ooh. I forgot about my new ability. Instead, I'm going to discard one of these cards. Get rid of him. I forgot I have that. I could have done that a couple times. All right, so we can only get one charge. Why am I spinning for a 1? It was already on the 1. It's already on the 1. So what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd rather have these two together. Now this allows me to open. All right. I'm gonna discard the crystal. So I want these two together whenever I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. So we don't, now it doesn't matter if the Nemesis goes. I don't care because we got rid of everybody. Ambush, attack, unleash. Fungal gains 1 Nemesis token. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Well, geez, guys. If this is chapter 4 or higher, it is. We evolve. So to evolve, we're going to go to the evolve card number 8. Numero 8. Evolve card number 8. Ambush. Fungal Mesh seems more powerful, more volatile than previous Nameless, as if it is drawing from an unstable breach of magic. You fear future Nameless will adapt as well. Banish Ambush card. So, bye-bye. And replace card 09 into the Nemesis discard pile. Luckily, it's going into the discard pile. I do not read any more cards until told to do so. So the new one, it's gonna unleash twice instead of once. Gravehold suffers 1 damage for each player turn order card in the discard pile. So if we've gone a bunch before that comes out, that sucks. Random and sucks. All right. So that was the card that was at. All right, so we are good to go. All right, Nemesis again. Nemesis again. It is Spine Harvester. Immediate. If this is chapter 5 or higher, evolve. It is not. So it gets 3 shields, but only 1 hit point. I hate the shields because it's like 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. Now again, I can discard a card, so actually that's pretty good because that'll get rid of these stupid shields. I just got to discard a card I don't really need. All right. All right. So, Boaf gets to go. Okay. So we did discard a bunch of stuff. So she's going to do 1 damage to get rid of a shield. And then she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 5. Do I go ahead and get her 5 spell? Or do I start work? I need her breaches. Actually, I need 3 breaches open in order for her to be able to start healing. It's a waste of 1. I can keep 1. I'm going to keep 1. I'm going to use 4 to open this one. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. She goes again. No spells are ready. So 1, 2, 3. I could silence a minion or gain 2. So let's go ahead and attach this first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So I can either have 3 or 5. If I silence, any player suffers 2 damage. I don't think I need to silence the minion. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and get her spell. Yeah. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. See what happens. Nemesis. All right. Immediate, persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage. So we'll go ahead and take her down to 6. And then redirected power. To discard, lose 4 charges. Ooh. Power 3. Unleash twice. Any player destroys a prep spell that costs 0. Oh, and we destroy it. Oh, I don't like this. She's just making us get rid of all of our cheap spells. We need to do 4 charges to get rid of it, which she's almost there. So, I mean, that wouldn't be too hard to get rid of. Although, getting rid of a 1 damage spell isn't the end of the world. Although, I'm using them to get rid of these stupid things. All right. Bow off again. So, she's going to use 1 here. All right. 2. I think I'm going to spend 2 to get her to 4. And I'm going to spin the 4. And I'm going to spin the other 2 to get 1 more again. Yep. So, bye-bye. And draw back to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Busy Bee. And bow off again. So she's just plugging away at these shields. I guess that's her job. Just take out the shields so he can do the big hits. All right, so that'll be gone if Meta Lag comes up because I can just discard a card to do it. So go ahead and apply her new one. So while prepped, once per turn during your main phase, you may place a relic you played this turn in your discard pile. So right now is the time I want to get a relic. So it's attached at this roughly the same time this card comes out, hopefully. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I need 6. I don't get the additional because that's not at 3. So I'll do 3 to get Geophage. And I'll use the other 2 to get another crystal. Let's put these with Geophage so we can try to discard them. Polydisc, good luck. This Nemesis was a struggle for my group. I still haven't worked out a strategy for this one. Yeah, I feel like I'll probably lose it as well. I mean, I'm not as expert on this one. But again, we're going to fail forward, so that way each video I make is different. Just the way it is. I don't have the time or the... Not to say the ability. I mean, I could clog up my YouTube with the same playthrough every single time, but I don't think people would enjoy that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not sure because I mean it starts with 70, right? Like it starts with so much hit points compared to like the other ones. All right, so we're gonna discard a card. Oh, that's during my main phase. Sorry. Deal 3 damage if I have 3 or more charges, gain a charge. I don't. We'll do the 3 damage here. On the board. All right. Now, we'll prep here. Oh, I wanted to do this one too. I won't be able to discard a card. So we're going to suffer 2 damage because I'm not getting rid of that. Or I just use the 2. No, that's fine. I'll just hang on to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's switch that. I'll hold on to the spark. We'll do that. Discard a card to get rid of him. And then use these 2 to get another crystal. Now just hang on to the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the end of my deck. Alright, so this should be probably Nemesis at this point. Yep. Alright, Influence. Unleash twice. Well, yay. Boop, boop. Any player discards 2 gems in hand. That player focuses their closed breach with the lowest cost. So, oops, sorry. Should not have drawn that many. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot I had the spark in my hand. All right, so any player, well, it's going to be her because we need her. We need this focused. So discards 2 gems in hand. So those 2 gems. Yeah, and then she gets to focus this one. All right. All right. So now, at the end of the enemy's turn, if there are 2 or more, there are. If there are no prep spells, there are prep spells. There's at least 1 prep spell. Any player casts a prep spell and damage that spell deals to Gravehold or to us. So deal 4 or deal 3. And it has to go to the other person or to Gravehold. I bought that relic at the wrong time. I needed to buy the relic after I'd cast this. So we'll do that. We'll do the 5. Or the 4. Do metal add. It wasn't 0, so it doesn't get destroyed, and then lowers 2 Nemesis tokens. Alright, that's how that goes. Alright, we got a 50-50 chance here. Are we going Nemesis again? Or is it Metal Add? Well, no, it isn't 50-50. Nemesis went first, so it's Metal Add. Alright. So Metal Add is going to do 3. And then I'm going to dispel. And we're going to open this one. To play that spell. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I didn't do this time, which I'd done in the previous, but now, I mean, it still could be useful, is I didn't buy the... Where's the one? Oh, this one. The Fire Breach first. Because the Fire Breach is one I want to help her get this one opened, so then we can start healing. Or she can start healing. Alright, metal out again. So, fire off 2. 1, 2. We're at 62, guys. We're at 62. We're not even halfway there. I was going to say, oh, we're halfway. No. No, we've done a total of 8 damage to him. Go ahead and prep that. Let me go ahead and get my breach fire. So we'll spend the 3 to get the breached fire. And I'll keep the 1 just in case I get a lot of gems and maybe I can open that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, hang on. I can discard it. I can discard it and do 1 damage. Oh, that's actually better, since I'm not going to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. I got to remember that. I got to remember that he can do that. All right. Next, Nemesis. Tempting offer to discard evolve. Power 2. Unleash twice. The player with the lowest life suffers 3 damage. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There we go. So I've got 2 rounds before that fires off. Alright. So deal 3 damage. If I have 3 or more, gain a charge. I do not. I have 2. So we're just going to do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. 58. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we got our combo again. So 1, 2. I have 3. So focusing does no good because I have no spell to attach to it. I probably should get him a silence too, but I need to get this up 1 more. So instead I'm going to spend the 2 to make this a 3, and then discard that to do the 1 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And next, Bow Elf. Bow Elf gets go. So she has no spells prepped, so 1 spell prepped. Gain 1, 2, 3. The problem with this spell is it doesn't help me because I always undo this spell first because that's one I can afford at the very beginning. I can get another gem that silences. Get another geophage to get rid of the cheap gems. Oh, which would actually go on top of that. So let's do that so my combo actually works. We'll do the geophage with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Nemesis. So this goes down to 1. So we're going to have to get rid of this on the next turn. I've not evolved it yet. Unleash twice, which means then he's going to do this, which is then going to get rid of our spells. Which I could do the 0, which is a 1 spell, and it gets rid of that spell. Do I care if it unleashes, I guess? And then somebody suffers 3 damage. That I'm a little bit more worried about. Okay. I don't know if I want it to evolve. Oh, this thing's nasty. I didn't like this. Humming High, persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage and then evolve. So 7. That just worked out that way. Those 2 dice are right next to each other and already a 7. And 2 shields. Alright. Bow Elf is going to use a 1, get rid of a shield. And then I need to be able to heal. So destroy a gem in hand. So 1. Yeah, so 1. 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and bump her up to 3. Then we just had 1. One left over. I don't think I want the 1 left over, so 1, 2, 3. Or 12. I'm still debating that. I want to evolve that. So she's got a big buying turn. We unfortunately don't have this open. Although we could get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I can open that one, which then will heal her 1. Okay, so I'm not worried about the damage anymore, because her healing can start taking effect. All right, here we go. See if I do a good shuffle. Pray for a good shuffle. Maybe, maybe not. Nemesis. Not what we wanted, right? Alright. Power 2, unleash twice. 1, 2. Player with the lowest life suffers 3 damage. We're both at the same life, so it does not matter. Persistent, any player suffers 2 damage. So we'll do that. And then evolve. Where'd my evolve stickers go? So we're at 3. Yeah, I feel like this thing's going to evolve before we get it off the table. All right. And minion, Brama infested. Immediately read evolve deck 56. All right. 56. Brama infested appears. A figure jerkily stumbles into view from behind a massive tree trunk. Her words are slurred. Get back. Get back. Suddenly her eyes narrow on you and her hands raise. You recognize the spell she's about to cast. Place this card next to Brama infested. When Brama infested is discarded, read the back of this card. Do not read any more cards in the deck until instructed to do so. Okay. So this is, yeah. All right. So she comes in with 10 hit points. Not good. Oops. And she goes to the left. Sorry. Yeah, somehow, I'm definitely off on my layout because normally I have a little bit more room for all these minions. Something I did was wrong. Alright. Alright, so that did. This is happening. There are spells equipped. Fire off one of them. Have her fire this one off. Was 1 damage to... Wow, this is rough. We're already down to 3 hit points each. That sucks. And this actually gets destroyed. Actually, should I do it the other way? Because that'll get this junk spell out of his deck. Which means he only has like big spells. She doesn't have a lot of spells. Let's switch that. Destroy his spell. Goes back to 4. And she goes down to 2. I feel like we're going to have somebody get exhausted. I got to get this up because I have to cast that heal on probably Metal Lad. Alright. No Nemesis. Alright, good. Alright, so she's firing off. We're not going to be able to take this guy out. He's going to get 1 more sticker. Oh, Bellabart. Bella's going to have to go, I guess, bathroom real quick. I will be right back, guys. No, that was the wrong one again. There we go. Oh, man. All right, so where were we? On Brama's turn. Or no, on Brama's who we're trying to save. On Beowulf's turn. My decision was whether or not I cast her one spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whether I cast that spell to... I mean, I gotta get rid of that, right? But I also need to save her. So I'm kind of stuck. And I need to do damage here. Do I just let this thing evolve? Persistent, unleash. Fungal Mesh gains... Oh, he keeps healing too. I feel like now I'm stuck with letting that thing evolve. 2 more times. But it's going to make us take 2 damage. Holy cow. So basically, we would have 4 damage if I leave this out there. This is the number 2, so we're currently in phase 2. Oh, these are both 2s. And then I feel like, oh, I wasted all those. Well, I only wasted 1 attack. Yeah, I got to get rid of her. So we're gonna end up taking the damage. That's all I can do. So. Why am I changing that one? Change the smaller one, though. Alright, so we're at 9. Alright. Alright. So, she's at 3, so we do get to heal 1. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to spend all of that to get to 6, to get her full. And then we are going to activate her healing to heal for... The problem is a lot of the things say the person with the lowest health has to do something. So if she goes above him, then he's going to have to take the damage. It's fine. I got to get her up because she can at least heal each turn. So it puts her at 6. Back at 6. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's rough. All right. We do not want a nemesis. Okay, that's good. All right, so we get to do 4 damage. There. We will attach here and here. We will use 2 to go to 4. We will discard 1 to do 1 more damage. All right. That actually was pretty good. We almost got her gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So, let's see. Not what I wanted. All right. Any player suffers 2 damage. So, put her down to 4. Evolve. Yay. So, next round, this is basically the next Nemesis round that's going. Unleash. Luckily, it's only 1 unleash. Oh, but now there's 2 more tokens, so we're going to have to do that too. And then gain 3 life. So it's up to 60. We're so close to getting rid of her. All right. And then we go up here, we draw a card. Gotta do that first. Oh, it's our caustic larvae. Our larva coming out. 10 persistent evolve. So we have another one that's going to be evolving on us. That one was almost done too. All right, do this. There's 1 prep spell. Yes, any player casts a prep spell. So we're gonna have to do this. She takes another damage. Or actually, Gravehold can take damage. Yeah, we're gonna have Gravehold take the damage. I was always having us take the damage, but Gravehold's at 27. That's a lot of minions. Yeah, just a little bit. The problem is they're all coming out with like 10 health, and I don't have like that many big spells right now. Yeah. Alright. Did all that. This is 2 Nemesis, repeat. Okay. Okay. So we've gotten rid of some of the bad spells of Metal Ad. I got to get him some more big spells in, though. So he can start doing big damage. I think one of those turns before, when it unleashed, I should have done it here instead of to Metal Ad. I mean, is it too late? Can I timey-wimey that? Oh, but it was only 1 damage. It was just like, yeah, it was a ping 1 damage. So why did I, or when I did her last time, it was a ping 1 damage. Why did I do the 1 damage here? 1 should go there. Yeah, so we're going to put her back to 5 instead. We'll do the 1 ping damage here. So if it's a 1, I'm going to ping damage the base. If it's anything more than a 1, I'm going to have to, well, I say make one of my guys take it, but my guys don't have that much hit points. Alright, so Metal Ad, deal 2 damage, focus a breach, and anguish, and then we have 4. That's all your spells that cost 4 or less. Each of those spells deals 1 additional damage. So this I don't want to do until I can have spells across the board. But I can use it. I'm going to do a 50-50. So I'm going to use 2 to get this. And use the other 2 to gain 1. So we're at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's got a very small deck because I've gotten rid of 2 of his basic spells. Alright, let's hope for Metal Ad again, I think. What do we got? No, Metal Ad's gone twice, so actually it'll be Bow Elf's turn. The last card, Bow Elf. Alright, so she has nothing to cast. We will do that. We will do that. We will do our Geophage, destroy a gem in hand. Then I can put this on the top of my deck. So we have 3, or I can silence a minion. I almost feel like I want to silence a minion. So if I silence this one, then it's not going to evolve and we don't take damage. I have to hope I get to go before the Nemesis and we can take this one out. This one, I have 2 turns before it fully evolves. So yeah, I'm going to silence this one. It only buys me 1 turn. It only buys me 1 turn. We'll see. Yeah, it only buys me 1 turn. All right, but this gets to go back on the top of my deck because of my spell. And that was 1, so 1 doesn't do me any good. All right, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, here we go. That was good. All right, deal 3 damage. If you have 3 or more charges, gain a charge. That does get us up to 6. Deal 3 damage. It's overkill, but yeah, it's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, because I have no. Well, no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Because I can put this and I can fire it off with my ability. So let's actually do the 3 damage to gotta go after this. I mean, I've got a big deck left, but I've got to go after this. Yeah, let's do the 3 damage here. This is going to evolve. That's what it is. 1, 2, 3. So that's the 3 she healed, basically. All right, go there. Go there. We have 3. So I'm going to unleash both my spells. We're going to do 2 damage there. Which we'll read this in a second. I just got to make sure I do all the other stuff. This opens. Oh, earlier when I played that spell, this wasn't open, so she actually did not heal that one. So, got to take that away. And then we're going to fire this one off, which does 3 damage. We'll do it up here. Probably should do it after that, but no. And then we'll use the other. Yeah, and we use 1. Discard 1 to do 1 damage. And get rid of that spell or that shield. And we'll use the 2 to get 1 crystal. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna do this. Read the back of the card. Brama is freed. Your attacks disrupt the Fungal Mesh's control over Brama. In the moments before fainting, she musters enough willpower to aid you. Brama heals 1 of you. Any player gains 2 life. Return this to the evolved deck. I guess here. You only healed 1 of us? That's not kosher. Why couldn't you heal both? That's one thing I've noticed a couple of these. Like when the healing happens and they come to our aid, they only help 1 of us. It's like you thematically you probably should help both. Do a chain heal or something. All right. Nemesis. So this is silenced, so that doesn't fire off. Persistent, unleash. And evolve. And I know evolving is bad. I know the more cards you evolve, the harder the game's going to be later. Evolve. That's it. And then we draw a card. Command, attack. Unleash twice. Oh. Good thing I got rid of all my spells. Any player discards 3 gems and suffers 2 damage. Then that player gains a card that costs 3 or less from any supply. Alright, so I almost feel like I have to do here. So, discards 3 gems. 1, 2, 3, which is exactly what he had. And then he gains a card that costs 3 or less. So gain goes to my discard, acquire goes to my hand. I don't need this anymore. Maybe hard to balance a player heal if it was each player heals for 2 for 1 player versus 4 player. Maybe you could players collectively heal 5. Yeah, maybe. I could see at higher player counts it would be off balanced. I mean, but they could have done the same thing, like they say heal 1/2/3, you know, based on, you know, player count. Because they kind of do that when you discard the basics at the beginning. So I think we want another silence. So let's go ahead and get some silences for Metalad. He suffers 2 damage. And then we gain the card. Alright, now this stupid thing unleashes. So we need to fire a spell. We're going to fire this spell. We're just going to have the Gravehold take 1 damage. Could have been worse, I guess. Alright, Metalad unfortunately has no spells because we just fired them all off. So, he's going to do that one. And we're going to discard 1, 2... Ugh. She's going to be able to do 4. So we'll discard 1 to do 1 damage here. I don't think we're going to get rid of that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't think we're getting rid of that. All right. She's going to go ahead and do 4. Drops it down to 2. I feel like this is a futile effort on both of these. I could have just let them evolve. Because... What have we done? Yeah, chances of her... Hang on, let me recalculate my risk there. Yeah, those are going to fire off before we'd be able to kill them. Because I only have a 1 here. So let me backtrack all that. Yeah. So what was this at? This was at 7, right? Yeah. Put this back to 7. Instead, the 1 discard, we'll go ahead and do the 1 damage here. And then we'll do her 4 here. Yeah, it's a futile effort. She wouldn't have the cards to take either one of these out before they get to go. It's only the Nemesis and her one more time. So, these are both going to evolve. We did get it down to 49, so yay. Yay. 1 there. Alright, so we have 1, 2. Alright, do I want the 4? Alright, so we have our heal. We're going to go ahead and do the heal. We'll take her back to 7. And then I think I'm going to keep all 4. So that way I can get myself back up on the board here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Ooh, at least she gets to go first. Not that it helps me at all. So 1. And then, okay. So we get to heal 1. So she's at 8. And then she is not. So we're going to play these 2 to get me to 3. And then that gives us 3, 4, 5. Let's get another big spell. Yeah. Let's get another big spell. Be better if I had it here. Oh, earlier when I cast all of my spells, they did +1 damage. Where did I put the other damage? It's too late now. I forget where I put the damage. His thing does +1 damage. So I know 1 was on Brama, which means that again that was a wash. I don't remember if I did 1 on the Fungal Mesh or not. All right. If we lose by 1 damage, you lose by 1 damage. I mean, then I'll know that's where the damage was. All right, so we know this is the Nemesis. So persistent, any player suffers 2 damage. Then we're going to be evolving this thing. Get event card 58. 5, 6, 7, 8, 58. Humming Hive story. At the Hive's defenders repeatedly strike and absorb your blood. They change before your eyes, mutating into larger, faster drones that crave another taste for your blood. Banish Humming Hive. Okay. I don't know where I was putting these. Over there. Oh, then you got to put this in with the same amount of health. Oh. So actually damaging it would have been fine. Write the player who last suffered damage from Humming Hive on card 59. Which was her. Do not resolve the persistent effect. Do not read more cards. Alright, well that sucks. So this is Hila's gonna... Persistent. This minion gains 1 shield token. Healer suffers damage equal to the number of shield tokens this minion has. Oh, so we did need to take him out. So this was bad. Alright, so evolve. Unleash is going to happen though. Evolve. Read 26. 23, 24, 25, 26. Facet Ogre story. The ogre becomes enraged in the face of your assault, brushing off your attacks as madness boils over. The ogre knows it's wounded, and as a last act will destroy the very ground upon which you stand. Banish ogre. Place E27 into play with the same stuff it had before. Remember life and shield tokens on it that Fossil Dagger had before transforming. Well, it didn't have any shield tokens, but okay. Do not resolve, it's persistent. Do not read anymore. Alright, so it's new persistent. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Gravehold suffers an additional damage equal to the number of shield tokens this minion has. Ooh, not good. Can heals ever go above? No, we have to, it's basically you can't exceed your starting health. And then we still got to draw a card for the round. Power, Trimmer. Discard, spin 7, which she can usually do. Oops, if we had drawn cards for her. Power 2, unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. And it evolves. Now, what am I doing? Why am I counting 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy cow. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Power, what did I say it was? Power 2? Power 2. And now we have to do this. So, we have to cast a spell. This is the only spell we have. And we do 2 damage. To do 2 damage to Gravehold. Alright. Luckily we have our silence, so I can silence these guys if I need to. We both have a silence card now. Yeah, so they won't do much this game because, luckily I'd already gotten rid of all the shield tokens. I was like, oh, it's a waste, but luckily I got rid of them so I can actually just damage them now. But unfortunately, after that round, I have no prep spells. So the most damage I can do is 1 damage by discarding a card with Metal Head. So that sucks. All right. Buff, what can you do? If you get 7, we can get rid of that stupid thing. 1, 2, 3. Then put our Arcane Salvo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she has 5. I can silence a minion. Oh no, it gains 1 shield token. I must have missed that. It gains 1 shield token first, and then you take damage. So the very first round, she'll take 1 damage. So I don't need to silence that. Gravehold suffers 1 damage and suffers more. Okay, don't need to worry about that. So really, I don't need to worry about silencing those guys. So I'm going to use this for 2, 3, 4, 5. So do I need 5? 5 would get me another big spell. I still haven't gotten to 6 for that. More for that one. So I think I am going to destroy that. Get that out of my deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm actually, instead of spinning it to get those, I think I'm going to get another crystal. Yeah. And I want these on top so I can discard some gems on top of it. I think you read the wrong E card for Caustic Lava. Should be E20. Caustic Lava. Read E20. Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks. E20. Well, then it means you need to go back. Yeah, I'm about to say, it kept saying ogre. I'm like, I don't have an ogre. E24, 25, 26. Put you back. Go back. E20, 20, 20, 20. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the larvae have burrow deep underground, infecting the camp from below. In the protective darkness, they forge a toxic cocoon for themselves, contaminating the air and spreading into its thickness to new Gravehold. Banish the card, place 21 into play, and put the stuff back on it again. So it's 11 instead of 10. Yay. So the new one, Persistent, Unleash, Gravehold suffers 1 damage and evolve. Okay, so again, don't need to worry about it. So my silence and all that wouldn't have gone away. I was away. I thought it was a different result, but it's been forever since I played. Yeah. I don't know why I even went to 27. I guess because it was the next number in line, so I was just reading in order. No, thanks. Dark Mazaru. That's where we go. We'll just say Dark. All right. So she did everything she can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Nemesis. All right. So gains a shield token. Boop. Suffers 1 damage. Boop. Damages Gravehold. Boop. Evolve stickers. Tick down 1. Boop. All right. Draw another card. Unleash twice. And Bow Elf suffers 3 damage. I hate this card, and I don't think there's any way to get rid of this thing. It's always going to come up. Unleash twice. Boop, boop. No prep spells. So if there are no prep spells, Gravehold just suffers 4 damage anyways. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So down to 18 on Gravehold. Oh, jeez. Bow keeps getting all the event cards. I just noticed that. Like the one on this one. Oh, no, I said Gila. Sorry, this should be Bow Elf. Dang it. Again, good thing I'm using sleeved cards. Gila is the name of her spell. So the reason these are sleeved, if anybody wants to know why it's sleeved, because, you know, you don't shuffle. It's because I'm hoping that I can reset this so that way I can cull it for charity. So for extra life, I cull games for charity. So if I reset this, you know, somebody could play it as a 2-player game, maybe. There. That wasn't good. All right. All right. What can you do, buddy? What can you do? All right, we got 3 spells. All right, so we're going to spend the 2 to focus. And we're attaching everything. Attach, attach, attach. There we go. This is when I this is when I need my ability. I fire all 3 of those off. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, that works off just as well for me. So, do we have 4 cards? No, we do not have 4 cards yet. So, we are going to deal 2 damage. This is my lowest one, right? Yeah. So, deal 2 damage to get rid of the shield. Then we're going to deal 3 damage. Get rid of that. Then we're going to deal another 3 damage to get rid of this down to 1. And then we are going to discard a crystal to get rid of this stupid thing. And have Beowulf keep taking more. Bow Elf. I keep saying Beowulf, and I know I'm going to keep doing it. But her name is Bow Elf. Thanks to David, but I keep calling her Beowulf. Reset to 2-player. You won't have a full set of upgrade stickers for replay, but it could work. Yeah, I think it'll be like enough. And again, it's for charity. Like, donate $10 and somebody can play this. They can either keep mine or not keep mine. Or same thing. They pay $10. Is it $10? $20 for the donation, and then just buy a reset kit for 30. So then $50. Minion evolve stickers too. Yeah, I realized that after the fact. I wish I had like little round stickers because I would have just used round stickers the same way. But I can peel all these off is what I'm thinking, because that's why I did it on the plastic sleeve. So all these should peel off and be fine. The only thing they won't be able to necessarily do are the abilities I've done. So I'm seeing if somebody wants it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. I don't see me playing this after the fact. That's why. All right, so I have 4. What do I do with 4? Did I buy another spell? Or should I? I think I need to get this up so this spell does things. And I can get this up. So we're going to use all 4 to get 2 crystals. That was a horrible hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a horrible hand. Because there's no spells in that hand. Maybe that isn't what I wanted to do. 1, 2, 3. All right. Nemesis. All right. Unleash. Boop. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Boop. Evolve. All right. Well, this is gone. Unleash twice. We may lose Gravehold now. Then Gravehold suffers 4 damage. 13. If Gravehold has 13 or more. Oh, you got to be kidding me! It's on the money. It's on the money. If it has 13 or more life, evolve. That has happened every time this card's come out. It does the damage, and it always puts it right at 13. I think every single time. That thing will be evolving next time. All right, we need to cast. Oh, that sucks. This is my only spell to cast. I have no way to heal Gravehold. And I will knock out. It's got to go to Gravehold. I can't knock out Metalhead. So that puts us at 9. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I forgot to draw a card for this turn. Sorry. Power. Discard. Spend 7 power. So it's kind of like that last one. The player with the most expensive prep spell cast it. The damage that spell must be dealt to the player who cast it. So basically, we're hurting ourselves. Stop hitting yourselves. Stop hitting yourself. All right. So she can't cast anything because she already accidentally shot Gravehold. 1, 2. I could heal 1. What's this at? 3 somewhere? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to get my heal, so I'm going to spend all 4 of it to get to 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I keep the 1? I need 7, but 1 isn't going to get me to 7. I don't know what's here. Don't know what's here. Let's keep it. It's a known gem, so we'll keep it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. No nemesis, no nemesis, no nemesis, no whammies. Gravehold would suffer 1 damage. It's not the end of the world. It's close to the end of the world. It's 9 away from the end of the world. All right, Metalhead. No prep spells. Gotta love it. Stop. All right, so discard 1 to do 1 damage. I need to go after the boss. There, and we'll use the 2 to get us to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Nemesis. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Evolve. Oh, unleash. Goes down to 2. Draw a card. Domineer. Unleash 3 times. You gotta be kidding. This is probably a game here. Unleash 3 times. So it means this is gonna fire off twice. We're gonna have to fire off 2 spells. The player with the lowest life shuffles or discard. Oh, hang on. Okay, discards their hand. Shuffles their discard pile into their deck. Okay, wait a minute. We're shuffling here. We're shuffling. I've never seen a shuffle. This game's not supposed to have shuffling. Again, good thing I guess I gotta sleeve the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you were deck building to have cards in a very particular order, this one's gonna mess you up. All right. So now we need to fire 1 spell. So we're gonna fire 1 damage here. No. Fire 1 damage at Gravehold. And we're gonna fire, doesn't matter which one, 2 damage. This gets destroyed. 2 damage at her. Sucks. Oh, that was a horrible turn of events. All right. So, deal 2 damage. So that's 4, 5, 6. We need 10. I can discard 1 to make it 7. I feel like we're just at that point where I just keep hitting him. All right. I need to prep like all my spells and have one real big swing is what I need. All right, so we have 3. So pretty much that same thing. Discard 1, do 1 damage. Use the other 2 to go up to 4. Seems to be that combo now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. Nemesis. So, unleash. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Evolve. I'm doing a horrible job with this evolving because I'm not taking them out. I just feel like there's so much you have to do. You have to take these out while also hitting the boss. And if you don't hit the boss, and you're just taking these guys out, then you got to worry about the deck. And maybe I was focusing on the boss a little bit too early, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 more cards. Although this one I don't think we lose if we run out of cards. This one I think we can win if we run out of cards, right? All right, this ticks down. There's the ogre. Facet, ogre. This minion has. If this minion has 2 or less shield tokens, evolve. Well, there's where we needed to go earlier. And it's starting with 4 shield tokens. And you can only take these off 1 at a time. That sucks. And he's a basic. He's going to keep coming back. All right, we're going to do this. We have to fire off a spell. Unfortunately, it says if we fire off a spell that costs 0, which would be this one, I have to destroy this one. Although this would only do 1 damage. And I can't do it to her. I'd have to do it here. This does 4, which would knock me out. Yep, I guess we're destroying Slam. It is not looking good for our heroes. 4. Alright, so 4 damage. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Don't think so, guys. So we have 2, so we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I get to heal 1. That 1 healing is piddly. I hope that upgrades. So I have 9. So yeah, so we're getting rid of this with 7. So we have 2 left. That'll get us up to 6. We're going to cast that to heal 3. So that puts her at 5. Wherever the 5 is. There it is. 5. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. There was the other ability let me heal Gravehold. Dang it. Okay. I forgot there was another ability to let you heal Gravehold. Alright, so. Attach. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3. I can silence a minion. I think I need to do that. Alright, so we're going to silence a minion. Silencing this guy. Boop. And then I have 3. I don't need 3, so we'll get rid of that to give us 1. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So. All right. There we go. Gravehold's at 5. Metal Lad is at 4. And Bow Elf is at 5. And the boss is at 40. But if they make us shoot at each other again. It's going to make us shoot at each other again. So. Unleash. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. And we are now evolving the Caustic Cocoon. Read E40. Because I didn't get rid of it. E40. You watch and horror as a cocoon begins to break apart, unleashing a monstrosity that was gestating within. Acid coats the ground, dissolving anything it touches. The emerging creatures covered in its toxins. Banish the cocoon. Place 41. Put whatever it had back on it. Do not read any more cards. So, we now have a Caustic Spider. Unleash, Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So we keep the Unleash, but now Gravehold's going up to 2 damage. This one we silenced, so we're good there. Unleashed twice. Gotta be flipping kidding me. The player with the most open breaches, discards their hands. Discards their hand. Alright, well, how do I want to discard these? Want the heal? Oh, that was my healing. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, like that. This card's their hand. Gains a card that costs 5 or less. And places that card into their hand. Oh. Okay. Okay, that one wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great. But now we're doing this. So somebody has to shoot. Deal 4 damage, deal 3 damage. Guess we're doing the deal 3 damage. Which kind of sucks. Because now he has no prep spells again. That puts her down to 1. 2, 0, 1. And I'm not at... Well, the 3 is for the bonus. I do have my 3 breaches, so I can heal. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Unleash. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Persistent. Gravelord suffers damage equal to the number of tokens. And that is game. That is game. Don't have to do any more because, yeah. So here's the question. Gravehold suffers damage equal to the number of shields this minion has. The minion has 2 or less shields. Okay, it didn't have 2 or less. I was saying, like, this ends the game. So then the question would be on cards where, like, there's more that could happen, would you still do it? So last game, same thing happened. The game ended before I ever drew the card, so I didn't draw the card. And I didn't do the next minion in line, which would have evolved. So I'm guessing no, game immediately ended when that happened. So we're going to read the end. We're going to fail forward because, again, I'm not playing this again on the stream. So that way I can play the next chapter on stream. Let's see what happens. Fight the fungal, read the front of card L3 after your first game. L3. If you lost your first game versus it, fight again. Be sure to losing game. Rules on page 20. Again, we're going to pretend timey-wimey offline. You guys didn't see me but saw me play a game and we won. If you won your game versus read this. If you lost 2 games, read L32. So I just got a beat, which means I got to go take a baby seat out of the car. So what I'm going to do to find out if I win or loss, I'm actually going to flip a coin. So I will be right back. We'll flip a coin to see if I win or lose my timey-wimey game that I'm playing while the Be Right Back is up. Yeah, that's what's happening. Now, where's the... David, 3 or 4 more scenarios. 4. So there's 8 chapters total. All right. As I was thinking, I'm like, oh, read L31. Okay, yeah. So if we win, we get to read the back of the card. If we lose twice, it's L32. So the way we do it, extra life die, because of course we support extra life charity. So anybody here that wants to go make a donation, join calling for charity, or just, you know, donate. One benefit of losing, you can swap out one card in the market for an upgrade you didn't take previously. No, we didn't do that. I might look at the cards before my next stream and swap out two or whatnot. So we're gonna roll evens. My timey-wimey shenanigans that happened during Be Right Back was a win. If it's odd, then it will be another loss. So that is an 8. So I guess through the timey-wimey shenanigans, we did win in our second game. So we're going to read the back of the card. With the death of the Nameless, Brama is fully freed from its mental control. As the realization of what happened sets in, she is overcome with grief. "What I've missed?" she asks. "Please tell me she's okay." As you nod, Brama seems flush with sudden relief, collapsing into an exhausted sleep. The Nameless has been defeated, and you are able to close its breach. As you do, you feel the energy from the other side of the breach reaching out to you, begging to be used. You shudder as the breach closes, and the feeling dissipates. Read back of 32. It's front of 32. So this is if you lost, you would read this one instead. And then it makes you read the back anyways. You carry Brama to camp. She is grateful for your help and promises to continue your training once her condition improves. While you are gone, Mist was able to determine the location of other groups of survivors. She has established supply lines with these survivors, trading resources and intelligence. In the days that come, Brama invites you to her tent every night, where she passes on arcane knowledge. Open Insight 8, which would have already happened, or no, do we have an 8? Again, reset pack. Do we have an Insight 8, or was that just rules? Yes, we have an Insight 8. So this was a used copy when I got it, so I did have to buy the reset pack. All right. Fresh. Insight 8. Breach configuration in starting hand deck. Instructions. Be sure to align the right side of the sticker with the right side of your playmat. Okay. So we have that now. Choose an additional effect to add to your unique starter card. Place it on your starter card where it says unlocks end of chapter 4. Okay. Oh no, where's our starter card? This one and my healing one. All right. So now we need, which one was that? That was this one. All right. So for Metal Add, do we want to go healing, focus any player's breach? That again will help get hers open quicker. Deal 1 damage. If this damage is a minion, deal 1 additional damage. Deal 1 damage, gain 1 ether that can only be used to gain a spell. Gain 1 ether. Any ally may discard a spell in hand to draw a card. Gain 2 ether. That can only be used to gain a gem. Gain 1 ether. You may cast one of your prep spells that cost 4 or less. I really don't like any of these. How old is the baby? I say baby, 2.5. She's 2.5 now. 2.5 going on 5, as they say. I don't know what to add to either one of them now. Like, I don't know if I want to make this a... Can you make it a gem and a spell? But then would I have to choose if I want it to be a gem or a spell? There weren't anything that was restricting me, was there? Like, once I make it a gem, does it have to stay a gem? Where does it talk about these starter cards? Supply, casting, resolve, discard, charges. Second effect for starter cards will start with and. Oh. Maybe there's 2 8s. Let's see. Nope. Nope. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh. Was my reset pack missing some cards? That doesn't seem right. No, because it says like one of, yeah, 1A, 2A, 4, 1 of 2, 3, 4, 2 of 2, 6, 9, 10. Huh. None of mine say and. Oh, maybe it was in the inside of 8. Maybe it was they put it no. Yeah, there was nothing inside of it. Huh. Now I'm confused. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do then. If they're supposed to say and do something else. Huh. Yeah, 8 is that's the breach configuration, but then it says choose an additional effect to add to your unique starter card. Place it on your starter card when it says unlocks in chapter 4. So the only effects, starter card effects, is this one page, and none of them say and. So that's why I was questioning it, Dark, because none of them say and. I would assume, yes, you have to do the same thing as what your card is. Like, you can't make it a gem and a spell, which is fine. I guess that's what I'll do. But you're right. It says cast every single time, or gain. Doesn't have the and. Just weird. Because there's 4, and that makes sense. See, there's 8 total, and each person gets 2. So this is what it is. So if I do this, then I can get rid of this card. I think that's what I'm gonna do the focus, because then I can get rid of this focus card on my next playthrough and get something else, either another gem or another spell. So we're going to do the cast. Yeah, so there we go. So we gain, so now Slam now can focus. And then for her, any ally can discard a spell and hand, draw a card. Gain 2, they can only be used to gain a gem. Gain 1, you may cast one of your prep spells. But I don't have her by 4s, I have her by 5s. You know, I could speed up her gem collection. So I don't have to spend as many turns getting the gems. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, so on the correct insight, it does say if you took a gem token, you have to take another gem. Okay. So yeah, for some reason, I guess that's maybe something they forgot to add. All right. So if you do spell. Okay, yeah, here it says, be sure to align with the side of your playmat. It says Aether Spec or Spell Spec. Okay. So we are Spell Spec for Metal Lad. Question is, should I have taken... wraps around your board. Okay. Alright, so. Oh, it moved the... It made the... Oh, it made my breaches harder to open. Well, that sucked. That sucked. Line up. All right, so this was Heala, or Heal A, right? Heal A. This was just Slam, right? Slam. Okay. Guess that's where we're going. All right, where were we at? Not that one. Not that one. There we go. Choose an additional effect. Read the front of 33. There comes a point in training when every mage where you must choose how to specialize. You can focus on strengthening your spells, granting you more destructive power, and learn how to better manipulate Aether, increasing your magic capacity. Each of you must choose your own path. Open Insight 9. You got to be kidding me. Here they are. Choose a breach and starting hand configuration sticker and apply it to the top section of your playmat. Okay, this was very badly worded. That's why it's confusing. Because this one, it says, choose an additional effect to add to your unique starter card, place on the starter card. So these were backwards. That's the problem. This should have been 8, and that should have been 9. So these are backwards in the reset kit. All right, so we now need to take these back off and put them back wherever I got them from. All right, so if anybody wants to know, those are broken. 8 and 9 are backwards in the reset kit. Again, I don't know if they were backwards in the real game or not. That makes sense, Dark, where you're saying it should have said and. All right, to put you guys back on there. And now we have our ands. Holy cow, guys. All right, so, and any ally may discard a spell in hand if they do 2 additional damage. And reveal the top card of your deck and you may destroy it. And you gain 1 ether and you gain a charge. Ooh, all right, so I'm debating between the charge and the ally can discard to draw. I think the discard to draw because I think she will have a lot of extra gems. All right. And then for her, you may place a different gem you played this turn on top of your deck. So I can get the expensive gems back. If you have 1 charge or less, gain a charge. I can just gain her charges. Gravehold has 20 or less life, gains 1 life. Oh, this would just be healing for both of us. Reveal the top card of the turn in order deck. You may place. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the healing. I mean, I like the gems, but I need a way to get Gravehold some health. So I'm just going to make this a pure healing card. All right. So now this happens whenever it's at 20 or less. This still requires me to have 3. All right, that makes more sense. All right. All right, so apply it to the top of your player mat. Write the name of your unique starter card on the sticker. Swap crystalline sparks with your allies or with those in the banish before the first game so that you have enough of each in your starting hand. All right, so now Metal Lad gets his starting card, 3 crystals, 1 spark, and then he gets 3 crystals and 2 sparks in his discard pile. Stay sticker. And then Bow Elf, she gets her starting hand 4 crystals. She doesn't have a spark anymore. And then her starting deck is 4 crystals and 1 spark. So she has 1 spark at the end. But she doesn't start with a spark anymore. All right. Read the back of this card. Reveal the stop 4. Right, so these are our new cards. Yep. All right. Then you get your upgrades. Read the front of R34. So before we do the upgrades, we'll read this. As you wait further instructions for Brama, scouts return to the news of strange fog settling over nearby camps, leaving defenders crippled and their crystals flawed, cracked, and broken. Mist consults with Brama to whisper before leaving camp to investigate the disturbance. Banish all the Nemesis cards labeled Fungal Mesh at the bottom, and the Fungal Mesh map. Do not read the back of this card until you're ready to start chapter 5. Okay, so that was just, they're leaving, they're going off. Some bad things are going to happen in chapter 5. So our new cards. And again, I can go back and for my loss, change this out, which I think I am. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I'm getting rid of this either way, whether I change it out or not. I've never bought this draw 2 cards. But then again, I never get up to 6 gems. Maybe that'll change with her. So, new spell, cost 6. When you prep the spell, deal 1 damage. Cast, deal 1 damage, deal 2 damage. Okay, so I can hit twice. Okay, but that's expensive. Reality Stabilizer, gain 2 charges, silence a minion. I like that. Do I like that more than the draw 2 hands? I kind of do, since I've never bought the draw 2 hands. The draw 2 cards. Gain 2, an ally draws a card. So, that would kind of replace the 4, which is gain 2 if you have 3 or more, gain an addition, which would be 3. The draw might be better. And then the Phase Portalite, gain 2. If your 3 breach is open, gain an additional 1, which she would do. So this is kind of the same as the crystal one, except for it's based on your 3, which he always opens his 3 as well. I always open his 3 first, which makes this more valuable than that. So I think for this, I'm going to go ahead, and this is my swap for this game, right? Because I can swap 1. But then for my losses, I can swap out 2. So I need to figure out what I want to swap out with this. And I think I do want to swap this out with this. So I just need to figure out what spell I want. What spell do I want? You swap 2 normally, 3rd is loss. Oh, is it 2? I could have sworn, like in the very first chapter, it said swap out 1. Maybe I read that wrong. It's highly possible. I've been doing that wrong the entire time. Let's see here, according to page 11. Maybe they changed it when we added this. Cards they can add to the supply. Players must add 2 of these cards. Was also banished 2. Okay, so I've been, yeah. 4th is you lose twice. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I've not been adding 2, or have I been adding 2? Maybe I have been adding 2. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. I'd have to go back to my other playthroughs. Okay, I want to get rid of this. So we had 2 losses. So where are my spells? I need a spell that's around a 3. Ooh, 7. No. 5. Just to cast, deal 3 damage, it'd be a 4, but I already have a 4 that does better. I could add another relic. Gain 1 charge. Any ally focuses or closed breach with the lowest focus cost. So if I'm getting rid of this focus, actually that might work. I'm fine with that. We'll get rid of this to put in this one instead. And then I need a 3 spell. I think I'm going to do that instead of this. Because I don't buy that 2 that often. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. That's going to be our setup for chapter 5. I think. If I did that wrong, it's okay. It's all about me having fun. So, one of these should have been swatched out. So we'll say this one I would have swapped out when I lost chapter 3. And then this one I'm swapping out for losing chapter 4. Right? Seems good? Seems good. All right, guys. That was a lot. What is it? An hour and 55. Yeah, this is slowly not becoming a lunchtime stream. So I may move this to the evenings. Appreciate everybody coming out and chatting with me. Keep me in check if I made any rules mistakes. Because again, I've only played this, well, now 4 times, so they're guaranteed to make mistakes. Hopefully chapter 5 goes better. Probably not. Probably not. I will probably play chapter 5. I'll plan to do these as lunch streams. Let's see. Today's Wednesday, right? No, I'm going to go ahead and set up. Chapter 5 is tomorrow. I'll do chapter 5 tomorrow at lunch, and I'll do chapter 6 Friday at lunch, I think. Which then leaves us 2 more to do the following week. Tonight is Star Trek Captain's Chair for a 5-year mission. I've not been doing well in that either. Actually, I've been winning in that, but I've been making a lot of rules mistakes. There's a lot of text and a lot to remember in that game for a deck building game. And then tomorrow night, I don't stream. Star Realms this week? No Star Realms this week. We actually will be out of deck building week, David, I think, or deck building month is what it turned into, because July is almost done. So finish this off, and then it'll just be regular small games during the week. Friday's streaming will be painting, Friday night. Painting the rest of my Marvel Zombies I've got up there. I got 2 Doc Ocks, a Hulk, and a Giant Man to paint. And then Saturday night, Friday afternoon, I'll do chapter 6 of this. And then Saturday night will be Tidal Blades, because I'd like to get Tidal Blades to the channel. So I'll paint Tidal Blades. We'll probably play Tidal Blades. I'll get it all painted on Wednesday, although I don't need to get it all painted. I just need to get, I think, a couple squids and tentacles, and we're good. And then I do have, I can't remember the name of the game. It's up on crowdfunding right now. It's by the same people that made Stone Saga. So I'll be playing that next week. Colin from Meet Me at the Table sent it my way, so I could get it played. But yeah, that is that. As always, guys, it is in the chat, it's down in the description if you guys want to support Children's Miracle Network. Not that way, that way. That's kind of why we stream, right, is to help raise awareness for the sick and injured kids at Children's Miracle Network. Everything helps, even $1. You get your name in the scroller that you'll see at the end of the thank you at the end. But if you donate more, maybe you take one of the incentives, and you can also choose to affect my game. Whether you want to make it better or worse, those are incentives that you can choose to do. Those are usually best if you do it while you're in chat, which is why it kind of scrolls through right now, like in chat it says change the game. But that is this. I'm gonna go eat some lunch so I can unfortunately get back to work. So either way, guys, until next time, peace.